Alright guys, I'm sitting here cutting my plexiglass. There's a couple things you need for this. You always want to do this on a nice hard surface so when you slip off the edge of the glass, you hit this wood, you won't tear up your couch or whatever you're trying to cut this on. And the thing I use to cut with here is a plexiglass tool. This is made to cut plexiglass. You can find this in the same aisle with the plexiglass at Home Depot, or I buy mine at Lowe's. And this is right there by the plexiglass pieces. The plexiglass I use is not very thick at all. You can see it's very thin. I use the thin stuff. It's cheaper, it's easier to work with, faster to cut. I've already started cutting this. What you want to do is get your line started, get you a good little groove going. You just keep on that groove stuff. Once you get so far, you can just kind of give it a little snap. You can hear it popping. It's actually already coming loose. You see how easy that was? But you gotta make sure you get through it, or you will crack this stuff. It's kind of a bitch to work with. I think we're getting close. It's always the corners that are a bitch. But, I mean, you get the gist of it. I'll finish getting this corner out and get back with you. Alright guys, so I've done a lot of tinkering around with this Mobo here. I'm trying to figure out, what I want to do with these LEDs. I got through a lot of LEDs in a custom case. So I've taken a lot of notes on where stuff is at and what locations on the board, or what volts and whatnot. Came to the conclusion that this is how I want to do this. If you locate your two memory card slots, I never use memory cards. If you got a memory card, you need to just step your game up and buy a hard drive anyway. So I've located the key spots on the memory card slots. We're going to go ahead and use the A slot, which is going to be the slot on the right. And you're going to, if you look, here's your card slot right here, and there's this row of soldered pins here, right here in front of my finger. Put a little shade on them, you can see them better. Now, from left to right, they are 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. They are numbered 6 and 10. The only ones you need to locate are going to be 6, which is your first one on your left here, is ground, and 7, which is right next to it, is your positive. It is a 3.3 volt lead. It's perfect for LEDs. You don't have to run any resistors or anything like that. The only problem you're going to run into is wiring on the bottom side of the Mobo like this. It's kind of hard to get the wires to go around the motherboard and get it back in the case. So the conclusion that I've came to is that I'm actually going to take the case itself and I'm going to cut it. Now there's two. This black plastic pin has got to sit in, and it sits out here in this first little hole. Then you've got this second hole for the center screw. We're going to leave that screw out altogether, and since we're coming from the A slot, which would be over here, this would be A, this would be B, we're actually going to just go ahead and cut out a small little portion right there, just enough so that that wire can come off and go right up through the hole. Okay, back to what I was previously saying. What you're going to need to do first is you're going to need to cut the hole out. So you're going to go, there's already a hole, but that's under where that pin is located. You're going to want to go just behind that hole, and you're just way you can run your wires right down through this hole that you just cut. And you're gonna, like I said, you want pin 6 is gonna be your ground. So you're gonna want to go ahead and put some on there. So there's our ground connection. Now when you make this connection, you want to get it away from the ground, obviously. It's getting fucking late. I'm getting tired. And that's it. You made your 2 ground points. Now you have a positive and a negative. Alright guys, so I just got done cutting this hole out. As you can see here, it wasn't no big gigantic hole or anything. Just enough so that the wires coming off the bottom of the Mobo will be able to slip past that hump and up through that hole that I had cut and slip the wires into. So this would be the moment of truth. And ding ding ding, I'm a winner. As you can see, the wires came right through where I cut and right straight up through that hole. No pinching. I don't have to worry about anything touching that we don't want to. So let's get some lights hooked up. Alright guys, it's getting kind of late. I was just sitting here starting to wire up some lights. I'm done for the night with this. Actually, what this right now is about is I had finally got part 3 uploaded, and I went ahead and put it on the page and everything, and I just noticed that you know, you guys was already commenting on some of my stuff, and I just want to just give a shout out right now and just say thank you guys. You know, I'm glad you appreciate what I'm doing, and I'm actually having fun doing it, so thanks. I appreciate it, guys. And we'll get back to some wiring later tomorrow. So good night.